I'm going to walk you through how I built this interior design app, and I've done it without writing a single line of code. You'll see how I created the polished front end using Base64 that looks like it will cost thousands to develop. Then I will reveal the magic backend using NA10 that actually generates the stunning interior design transformation. By the end, you'll have a complete understanding to build your own tool. So you can see here the interior design app that I created. I will show you the prompts that I used without writing a single line of code and is in plain English, and the different prompts to put this thing together. But before that, I'm going to show you the different aspects of the app. So you can see here we're in the studio section. The studio section is where the user will input the photos and the design layout. You upload the photo in, then you go over to then choose the design, this being modern and etc. I will show you a demo after we've went over the front end, the different prompts, and then the back end to really get an understanding of the crafting of the app. Then I can show you the final format. Then going over to the gallery section, which will put all of the images created from the app in a section where you can download and choose the photos and the different ideas that have been created for you. So, going over to the prompts. First of all, I wrote in a prompt that will make a preview, make a concept of the app to then iterate and add in or subtract different aspects. I added in this prompt where it was just the idea in my head, put it into English, sent it, and it created this app, this first preview, which you can then add or subtract the different things you like or dislike. I was happy with the preview it created, so I could then add a webhook, which will receive the image and the design layout of the user's input and take that, and then the app will wait and it can watch for a response from the webhook to bring back the AI transformed photo. As you see here, the webhook prompt I put in to really tell that the AI creating the app, I want to receive this data from the user in a automation platform, which I can then create the image and then send it back using the webhook response to make this app functional. And this was done by webhook, where a URL is sent to the prompt, which you can then send it to that URL. That URL will be in the automation platform, which will receive the data. After this, I had a little problem when testing the workflow I created in the automation platform. This error was occurring because it was not waiting long enough to receive the response and the image generated by AI. So I had to add in, please wait longer to receive the response and the image from the automation platform. This was done by just adding in some prompts, just explaining the errors that was occurring, like you see here. Then after I tested until it was working, I could then go over and add in the design features that I wanted to make it looking professional. So I added in a professional color palette and the different aspects, as you can see here. From that, it then created the different aspects, like the different colors, different features of the app. Before I show you this app in motion, I'm going to show you the back end so you can really get an understanding of how this is functional. Right, NA10. Now I'll go over the different nodes I used for this workflow to make this app functional. As you can see here, there's only a few nodes that I actually used, and most of them are AI generated nodes. First of all, is a webhook. This webhook will receive the data from the app, being the image, being the design layout that was the user will want. It can then go and get the HTTP request of the image that the user inputted, and we use a HTTP request because the webhook has sent over a URL. The URL is in the web, so we need to take that and scrape that image from the web so we can use it in the automation. After this, we can then put it into Base64. Base64 is a format we can use in AI. So we take the image from the URL, then we need to get it from the web, then we need to put it into a format we can use in AI. This AI node is analyzing the image that the user put in. We do this so the AI agent that's creating the prompt for editing the image and transforming it into the interior design, we want to get all the aspects of that photo. So the AI agent crafting the prompt can get an idea of the image that will be edited. So we analyze the image. It will bring back the describing the image to a T. To go over the prompt, first of all, it's the image analysis, which is describing the image that the user inputted. The next variable we put in is the design style, which is what the user sends over as a specific option, might be modern, etc., to choose what they want the transformation to have. And this is a prompt that I use Claude AI to generate, and I added in all of the different things that I want the prompt to include. I used Claude because it produces perfect prompts. As you can see here, this will then create this prompt to edit the photo. So it's a lot of prompts, I can tell you that, but this means that it can create the perfect image for the app. And then get the image again because we need it for the edit image prompt, make the transformed and interior designed image. This will use OpenAI's image generation, which will edit and then bring back the transform image, which we can then put into Base64, which is the format that the webhook wants back. So the webhook, getting the image from the URL, when we put it into a format, the image into a format, so we can use an AI. AI analyzes the image, then creates the prompt for the edit image AI. Then we can edit the image. Then we can send it back into a format that we want, Base64. It will then respond the image back to the app from the webhook, which the app will wait for the response of the image, the transformed image. So now you hopefully understand the backend and the automation side of the app. We can now go over the demo for the app. Right, it's demo time, where I will show you this app in motion, where it will create interior design transformations to home photos. I'm going to upload an image and choose the different section. I've chosen a design image. Now we can go over to the design style section, where we've got a few choices of what we want the interior to look like. For this one, I'm going to go with Scandinavian, and we'll push this button and transform my room. You get this section where you can see the original room and the AI transformator is transforming at the moment. You can see the choice that we picked for this image, and just waiting for that image to come back. So this is the image that is brought back, and with this you can really get a feel of the different furniture, the different colours you want to use in your home. This will bring up loads of ideas and really help that process of designing a room out, which is brilliant. From this you can download this image or start a new design and create another one. But that is the AI interior design app, which you can build yourself if you want. But yeah, hope you enjoyed. Take care.